All right then. Well, let's get to work then. So, welcome everybody. Okay, welcome, Mariam. How is it going? Mariam, how's it going? Okay, please feel free to unmute your mic and speak anytime you want, right? So, I prefer an interactive class so that I can be sure that everybody is going along or being carried along. That's the first thing. Secondly, I would really like it if we are very open about our level of proficiency and all those things. So let's try to keep the class fun. Let's try to have fun as we are going as we are doing this. So over the last 2 weeks, we have given an overview of what June analytics is. We have explained a few things about June. I've also explained a few things about Onchain analysis. I've explained about analysis. I've explained a whole lot of things. So today we're going to build our first dashboard, right? I wrote some queries for you guys. I wrote some queries for you guys. Just if it's something small, not anything too major, right? Um. So today is we're going to build our first dashboard, and I just wanted to ask if anybody is joining us for the first time, so that I can know how to if I'll do a recap of everything. I would like to know if everybody has caught up. Well, everybody has caught up with us. Like, is there anybody right now that has not that what I'm looking for that does not understand what doing the engine analysis is? So that I can give a recap, a brief recap before we go on.
Hello, boss.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, it's my first time here, so I would love a recap, please, if that would be possible.
Okay, no problem. Is there anybody else?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Miriam, please go ahead. Oh, sorry, Mohammed. Sorry, not Miriam. Mohammed, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's your first time, right?
Okay. Yeah, this was my first time. So a recap would be nice.
Okay, recap would be nice. I'm going to give you an overview, then so that I can get to the technicalities part, so that I will not waste too much time. You guys, please follow the technique. Just follow the things I'll be doing. It would you would actually just pick up once we are done. So after this call, I have a brief meeting to get on. But I think later in the evening, if both of you are free, we can have a special Google meet to just talk about this. How does that sound? With one and Mohammed, how does that sound? So that I can spend a lot of time answering questions.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
please.
that sounds fine.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. All right then. Please again, let me put in my number here so that it's not be like I save because I always give I'm always free with my phone number. If there's anything you need, please reach out to me. My Twitter is Indy Ekana. So I'm not a very good texter. I think Confidence and John can verify that. When it comes to texting, I'm very, very bad at it. Majorly because I'm always either in a meeting or something will come up and I'll most likely forget. But with calls, you have my attention, right? So let's work towards a call. So in case you send a message and I don't reply, I beg no vex. Most likely I'm in something like this, right? Talking to somebody else and then I might forget. So please, I want to have a call with both of you to take my time and really discuss this option analysis with you guys, and let's make sure that you guys understand the in depth of everything. But I'll just give an overview. So the overview of Dune is a tool, right? Please, who can hear me? If you can hear me, let me see your hands up. No emojis. Let me see your hands up. Okay.
Yeah, but I can hear you, but not bold enough.
Okay, not bold enough. Who else cannot hear me bold enough? Okay. Okay, so that's okay. So please first things first, with one, please mute your mic so that the background noise there will not affect us. Thank you very much. Um as for everybody else, let me just give a brief overview of Dune. And I like to always say this, right? Dune is a tool used to query on-chain data, and that is, I think that is the beginning and the end of everything, right? The tool itself is quite complex, quite vast, at the same time, very, very simple. It's simple in the sense that once you understand the idea of function analysis, what you're supposed to do, once you understand what your role is in that whole ecosystem, it becomes quite easy for you to continue. You will not stress as much anymore. That is where it's easy. Where it's hard is when you begin to see things like the holy grail of everything that you have to learn. When you begin to see that, oh, I must learn the SQL, I must learn Python, I must learn this, I must learn that. Everything is a tool. Everything is a tool to accomplish a goal. And the goal is to interpret data that is displayed on chain. Now, okay, so the question is going to go to you, Miriam. I've never interacted with you before. So please, Miriam, is it okay if we interact? If it's okay, please, if you can speak, please send an emoji. Okay, are you a data analyst? Have you ever written code or query or any of these things before?
Um, Good afternoon, Ndifeke.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I am a data analyst and I have
Okay,
written codes and queries.
okay. Are you more in the web 2 in the web 3 space?
So I am more in the Web 2 space, but I'm trying to transition into the Web 3 space.
Okay, that's good. So basically everything you've learned in the web 2 space is actually what you use in the web 3 space. Do you believe that?
Yes, I do.
Right, it's almost the same thing. Now let's interact. So the next person I'm going to interact with is with you, Mohammed. So Miriam, I'll interact with you for now.
All right.
Um, when you're getting your data from the Web2 space, how do you get your data?
Okay,
Sorry, come
so
again. Okay.
When
we
you're getting your data from Web2, how do you get your data?
okay, sorry. This particular session it will be me, my niece and I will be interacting with you. Okay. I hope
She's
that's
welcome, or she's
okay.
very welcome. She wants a question too.
Okay, so for we the data analysts, right?
Okay.
It's more of the data engineers that do the web scraping. We can scrape ourselves, but they bring the data for us, and our job is just to clean it and analyze it. But at the same
Is
time, we
that
can create a data collection model to collect data for like 3 months in order to make an analysis to help users or stakeholders make informed decision.
now? I have to clap for you. Your niece did not say anything on this call, Sha, which is not what I enjoy, but because I like babies, right? So please, if she can be interacting, she's very welcome to tell her I said hi.
All right. He said hi.
All
Okay.
right. Please, Mohammed, the next question is to you. Is that are you in a position to talk? All right then. So have you ever analyzed anything before?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Okay, so please what have you analyzed in the past? Can you let us know?
Okay. It was barely personal project. It was on a fictional company where I analyzed their sales.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
their sales
interesting.
for the whole year. Yeah.
Wow, that's actually very interesting. Okay. How was that like? How did the analysis go? How did the data come? How did it go? Was it data cleaning? Tell us your experience.
Okay, so since it was a fictional company, I got the data online. So as an Excel file. So where I had issues was with the data cleaning. The date format was giving me issues. So I
Okay.
spent a lot of time on that one. So someone helped me. I was suggested I should take it to SQL and change the data format, which I did and imported it to Power BI where I created my dashboard, then drew my insights from there.
Beautiful. So why did you switch between so many tools? Sorry, I'm going somewhere with this, right? I'm trying to
Okay.
connect.
So what I do mostly is I use Excel for the cleaning, then
Okay.
SQL for my EDA, then the Power BI I use it for dashboard. But I like using Power BI because of the visual presentation.
Uh,
It makes me draw insights more.
all right. That's very, very beautiful. Okay, so you have answered my question very intelligently, and it shows that you have proficiency in what you're doing. That's a good thing. And if you can look at the screen I'm showing right now, you can see a graph that is on that is showing right now. It's called a line graph. I'm sure you guys already know that. Now, what the on-chain, what data is in Web3 is this, is that it's not usually declared from things like your normal website where you have to go scrape the data or collect this thing, what's the word? Or collect surveys, right? So naturally, data in Web3 is gotten from events. When you click an event in your smart contract, it triggers it, and then an event happens, and then to begin to see your data. Please, who writes code on Web3 code here? Smart contract, sorry, in this place. Can I see can you send emoji? Okay, who does not write smart contracts? Can I see your hands? Okay, please send an emoji, send anything so that. All right, so I'm thinking, should we have a private session, maybe not in this class, probably some other time, to discuss about smart contracts, where you just come and like we'll just give you an overview of how it works. Because I don't want us to stay too long on this call. That's going to be a separate teaching aside. Would that be okay? Okay, so we are going to find time for that. I will go because I don't want to teach the class. I'll be very busy this period, so I'll talk to a friend of mine. When it's ready, I will communicate to you on both the Telegram. Yeah, go ahead, please. With one, please go ahead.
Right on, boss. Right on, boss.
Okay, so I'll communicate it with you on the Telegram group. I'll communicate it with you on the WhatsApp group and everything like that, so that we can move on. I'll also post it on Twitter. So in case you know anybody that wants to learn, they are very open to learning it. Now, basically, the data is gotten from events, right? And the way the data comes, naturally, you don't actually have to clean it, but you do a lot of filtering. So in a way, that's still cleaning, right? Because what the data do is straightforward, it's very messy, and it's very, very broad. Now, let's think of it this way. When you're playing a game normally on your phone, right? When you start a new game, when your life goes and everything like that, your data is actually being recorded now in all these things, right? Do you guys know that? All right. That is literally how they know your ranking in the world. So it's like, okay, like a football match, a football table, right? When you see somebody on 90 points, you just assume that he has either won most of his matches, maybe lost one or two, that kind of thing like that. So it's like that. And it's basically the same thing in the Web3 space. Your data is just gotten from events, from when somebody makes a smart contract. Every single time you function, the event is being called, data comes out of it, and then you have your data set. Now, this happens across different chains, across different ecosystems in the world, and you are getting a tremendous amount of data declared on chain, right? There is actually a way to download it to your laptop or your phone or whatever, but then the data is going to be too much, right? So it's too much because how many times do you do a transaction on your? Let's assume. Okay, let's look at your bank transactions right now. How many times do you do a transaction on your phone every single day? Imagine how crazy it is. Now let's talk about events on an app where every single thing you do, the data is being queried, the gas fees are being queried, are being extracted, the gas itself is being extracted. The chain is a missing crazy amount of data. So every single day you realize that people are making tremendous amount of data every single time. And if you want to download that to your system, say you want to do a year worth of data, you realize that you have millions, probably tens of millions of data on your data set. Because one person alone is going to create going to generate at least 1,000 or 50,000 events of 2,000 you don't call many things on one singular action. So just by scrolling on the app, there's going to be a tremendous amount of data coming out of it. And this is a problem. We cannot use our local machines to run this. We can, but I'm guessing all of you know what it means to run those kind of things on your local machine, how your system will be putting or not. Data can be heavy, data can be expensive. So this is why Dune came to say, okay, We know that people cannot actually query this, cannot actually download this data to their local machine. What if we find a way for you to query it online, right? Where you can sit down and everything is done online. Just get a strong system, or an average system, anyways, that can handle these things, and then you'll be fine. That is the whole point of Dune. So Dune, this is just a summary, anyways, for the guys that are new here. Dune is just a tool used to query on-chain data because of the tremendous amount of data that comes out every single day. You understand? Now, it's separated into different chains, different ecosystems, different layers. So they're layer one, they're layer two. I'm not sure if there's a layer three in Web 3. I've never actually checked. But I know that everywhere I stopped learning, it was layer one or layer two. So please, if there's a layer three, or if you know of a layer three, yeah, it's open, it's an open space to for you to say something. But I don't know of any layer three. I don't think there is. So crazy data is coming in from different chains every day. Like Ethereum alone has about two. Is it Degen layer on top of so Degen layer web three is actually built on. That's crazy. I actually didn't know that it was built on layer three. So they are layer threes. That's interesting. So this is saying that yes, there's layer three. This is even saying that this is even saying that as a teacher, I don't know everything, right? You focus what you focus on that you be good at. So please, I'm always as I'm teaching you, I'm open to learning from you too, right? I'm open to learning from you too. So again, let's move on with that mentality. Um, this data is actually tremendous. From Ethereum alone, you showed me something about base like and a layer three. So there is a layer one Ethereum, layer two base, layer three again. Now, why is there a layer three? What problem is it solving? I'm sure they have their reasons anyway. What is the benefit of using this layer three? Why am I working with this chain? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? There are many things you can use data for. Research, you can use data for just for just the fun of it anyways. There are many crazy things you can do with the data. One thing I mostly do with Web3 data is research because where I relatively work is more of a research place. People are always trying to find insights and try to like understand what's going on with their product so they can move forward and make more money from it. So that is why I'm mostly focused on research. So I'm building dashboards and now. So this is just a summary of myself and what I do with Dune anyways. But then again, there are plenty of things to do with Dune. So today, I gave an assignment in the last class that you were supposed to do an analysis. I sent the code to you guys. You're supposed to do an analysis and get back to me on what you've done. So please, who has done it? Who wrote? Who was able to build on the queries I gave? I mean, it's fine if you didn't do it because I did it for you. But who did it? All right, then no one did it. So let's go back to my screen. So right now, I cannot see if anybody is actually trying to reach out, or if anybody is trying to talk. If your hand is up, I might not know. So please, you might have some unmute your mic to speak. Thank you. So I think we should save this. Let's save this. What are we saving this as? We're saving this as Victon 4. So what we are working on right now is the Victon chain, right? Is the Victon chain, and I try to save it in a way that it would be easy for us to understand moving forward. So if you can read the screen, it shows user retention and analysis. So this particular project that we're trying to analyze is something I built a few years ago. Because sorry, I built it earlier in the year. There was a hackathon that I completed in. I came second. I came second in the hackathon, and it was the same dashboard that I used. So I decided to redo the whole thing again, just so that everybody could follow. If it was going to be easier. So right now we're going to build a dashboard based on exactly what I have done. We're going to build a dashboard on the queries that I've written. Now, if you were in the class last time, you realize that when I wrote queries, they actually didn't run because of you guys will see that because it was a feed plan, it was taking too long. Please, who was here and who saw that? All right. So who was speaking, please?
Is Abdul? I was here when we tried running the query and it kept on taking
Uh,
time?
so there's always a lag in it, right? And this is a problem for us because why? We are not supposed to have these limitations. So today I'm just so these are the queries, right? Victor, 1, 2, 3, 4. The queries will be available to everybody after this class. What you will do is I will show you how to access the query directly from the dashboard. You go through the queries and you improve on it. For those of you who know SQL, it's going to be relatively easy for you because it's still an SQL variant, true NoSQL. For those who have no idea on Dune itself or Trino or Dune or whatever, we still have a special place for you. Don't worry, we'll still continue. But I think you just attend the class so you can see what I'm doing. Like I said, Dune itself is just a tool to do all these things. Now, sorry, let me show you a dashboard that I built yesterday. So, or should I show it? Let me show it. So I built this dashboard for Artpiece. I think was it anyways, a friend of mine asked me to build it for them, and I built this for them. It's just a compilation of visuals and numbers and all that to show them what they've been up to in their work. That's at what they've been up to basically. Now, one information you have to realize about your dashboard is that it's supposed to pass information. Your dashboard is not just supposed to be there because or you can build or you can join different visuals together. It's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be in a way that anybody who is coming in, doesn't matter what you're doing, where you're up to, what you're up to, it's going to actually pass across a message, right? So that is the first thing about the dashboard. Secondly, it's supposed to contain visuals that people can easily see and understand. If you go to some dashboards, you see some kind of things that I don't understand, or people will just be seeing some very interesting things, and I'm like, no. An average non-technical person comes to see this, he's going to see cool colors, but he's not going to know what to do. So please understand that your dashboard itself is supposed to be able to walk people through what they are supposed to learn in the dashboard, right? So what do I name this dashboard, please? Can anybody give me any? Okay, so I just name it in Africa X Fitech so that when the link is available to you, you'll just be able to open it and all. So first things first, I'm going to copy this link and paste it in the I'm going to paste it. I only tried one in the query. I studied it. Okay. So I'm going to paste it here so that whenever you want to access this, that's if something has to come up and you leave the class, which is actually okay, you can actually what's the word? You can look at it at your own spare time, but there's going to be an assignment anyways. The assignment is I will put the visuals in the dashboard. You go and understand it and come up with the text for it. Right? Understand the dashboard that I have built. Try to improve the queries if you can. If you can't, it's fine. But try to improve it. When you're done, um, make a workflow on it, or a write up on it, showing the flow of information from start to finish. And then what you do is you post it on your Twitter. And please tag me, tag Dun Africa, tag Dun, and tag Fitech so that they can know what you're doing. Now, I created this dashboard first for my own reasons anyway. So you don't always have to do that, but that was why I created the dashboard first because I wanted to do something directly from here. Now, the first thing I queried was Victon 1. And what this thing is supposed to do is it's just supposed to show monthly transactions, right, from the first quarter and the second quarter. In our last class, a sister of ours was the one that gave the recommendations. So if you look at the output of the data when it came out, you can see monthly transactions, and you can see that it from first to third of this month, that is January to March, was taken as the first quarter. April to June was taken as the second quarter, and the rest was taken as others. That's why you can see other here, right? The visuals to show it, show everything and all. Now, I want to add all these things to my Doom dashboard, but I don't know how to do that. Or start, you know how that idea of a dashboard where you start carrying, going to one, if you're in Excel, if you go here, carry this visual and paste it here and all that. Doom kind of makes that relatively easier. So you just add to dashboard. You see the dashboards that you've built and dashboards that you can work with. This is what I want to work with. So I click add and then I click done. Um, I click add, and I click done. So these are the features I want to show. So let's come to this one. Should I show this monthly transaction versus average gas fee? I click add dashboard, and I click done. And then pie charts to show, well, I just love using pie charts anyway, to show the distribution of transactions every month. Who had it better, who had it better. And we realized that, wait, sorry. Let's just try average gas fees. That in terms of average gas fees per transactions, it was the second quarter that had the best month. Let's check success rates and realize that they all relatively had the same thing. Let's check monthly transactions. You can see that it was second quarter that had the fun. First quarter was relatively good, but not the second quarter. And then since the third quarter is just July, it didn't show as much as it should have. Now, again, like I said, I did intentionally. I did not finish right doing all these queries and everything intentionally because I wanted you to be the one to finish it. I'm just showing you things that I could have done, but like I didn't do. Right. So please, when you are about to make your own, you have to come here and also have as much fun as you can with it. So you saw what I did here: X column, Y column. So which one should I paste in here that would be easier? Monthly gas success. Please, somebody unmute and say something. Is anybody on the call with me? Nobody saying anything.
We are following both.
All right. So
Yeah, we
I'm
are
going to.
listening.
Can you just come
All right.
again?
All right. So I was asking, which one do we put here? Monthly, average gas, or success rates? Which one do you think we should put?
Success rates.
Okay. So let's put success rate by quarter. So let's name it success rate by quarter. All right. Then we click it and then we add to the dashboard. Now let's go back to our dashboard that we are adding all these things. So let's be sure that it's there now. What do you think? Let's be sure that our dashboard is actually getting all these things. Let us not be wasting our time. Africa's first dashboard. Where's this thing? How can't I see this stuff? Oh, that's crazy. How can't I do it? So this tends to happen sometimes. So in case it happens, don't feel. Outspace dashboard. Let me refresh. Hopefully I have not been wasting my time. Wasting my time, it will really pain me. I'm never going to lie. Hey, I've not been wasting my time. So this is it here. So right now you can come and you can see that the visuals that we have put in right now are actually here. So let's see how we can make them look better. Let's put this here. This is just me, by the way. When you're doing it, please do it differently, right? I'm just trying to make it in a way that it will look presentable. So I'm going to put these two side by side because, well, there's not much going on here. And I'm going to make this one the longest because you can see how the numbers are intertwined. I don't want them to look all mumbled up. So what you're going to do for me is that in the link I sent to you, open this dashboard and tell me this is what you're seeing. Let me wait for somebody to do that, please. In the link I sent in this chat box, please open it and tell me this is what you're seeing. Let me wait. Melvin, I think you're the one that's going to open it, or be the one to speak since your laptop is connected.
Okay. It's loading.
All right, then let's wait to get them. Although everybody else is free to open up, please. It's not only for Melvin.
Okay, that's open now. That's it.
Okay, John said I can see it. So who else can see? Who else can? Okay, so two people can see it. Good. Now, what you would do right now is if you're on your system anyways, touch this query results, or just this any these things that have been highlighted anyway, touch them. It is going to take you back to the code. So now can you see what I did now? Actively waiting and looking at you. That's my own code. Can you see it there?
Yes, yes.
Good. So please, this is how everybody's going to interact with what I'm doing. This is how everybody's I can see it too. Confidence, can you see it? All right, what about you, Miss Miriam, and your niece? Can your niece see it?
Okay, I'm trying to connect my system. So I can
Okay, you can use your phone in the meantime though. So,
yeah, I'm staying in my phone, but I'd like to open my system.
all right then. So
So
intentional. All right. So this is how. So in case you're you see someone's dashboard and you're wondering, oh, how do I get these queries? This is how you get the queries, right? So now let's go back to a
Go
different.
back. Sorry.
Okay, what's the problem?
Just one more time. I just want to see how you brought the queries out. Sorry.
Oh no. Okay, okay, okay. So what you do is you go to the dashboard, right? Come to any of these visuals that you're seeing. Come towards the side that's just at the left topmost side. When you come there and you hover once there's something is going to you're going to see a hover feature on one of the text, like an underline of hover feature. It's not going to be so special. What you do is you click on that thing. It takes you immediately to the query. And you can see that all four of the things are uploaded. Let's go back. Now, if you look at this, you can see Victon 1, Victon 1, Victon 1, Victon 1. They're all saved in the same query, but the visuals themselves are different. Have you noticed that?
Yes, yes.
So it takes you to the combined queries of everything everybody has done, right? So once you are beginning to see that all of them have the same name, it shows that the person who views them use the same queries, you just bring out different things. Now he's then putting it well, he's then putting it all together and saying, okay, look, this is it. Now, you look at this, you realize that on their first quarter, their success rate was quite high, and you can see that they've kept on improving themselves. So that's a good thing for the Victon chain. I'm using Victon because it's relatively a new chain, so I want you guys to like tag them and bombard them so they'll see what you guys are doing. Again, right, in the Web3 space, the Web3 data science space, finding jobs is easy and hard at the same time. It's easy because people employ based on proof of work. Not many people are doing it yet, so nobody has time to do interview. You do this thing, yes, make us see one dashboard where you don't build. You show the dashboard. Once they see it, they like it, the job has come. Nobody has time to be asking you questions. And so how long have you been working in this? Nobody has that time. It's job that's saturated. I'll be asking you, you need 3 years of experience in the Web3 data science space. Nobody has ever asked me for years of experience. You debut dashboard, yes. Once they see it, they're okay. So let's go back to the second one again. Now, in the second visuals, what I'm trying to get is user activity matrix. Now, if you look at the way I wrote it anyways, you can and the visuals, you can see active daily address, active and daily active contracts. You can see the number of daily addresses and the number of contracts, total transactions, total value transferred. This guy they all do. Although the Victron thing itself is not very high per se. But yeah, average gas used, average gas price, and you can also see the quota of everything that's being done. Now, what I did was I tried to do some visuals and I used the line graph and it was very messed up. So nothing I could do was going to give me what I wanted because I was trying to use lines as power, as over time, it was being messed up. So what I did was I came to the pie chart. This was relatively cleaner. So I just came and said quota and daily active addresses. And from what you showed in the quota 2, there were more active addresses than in the quota 1. So are you saying that sometimes the visuals you may want to use might not give you what you want, and the visuals you might not want to use give you what you want? So this can be a problem when you're trying to analyze in the Web3 in the Web3 space, right? You need to know how to use certain visuals and when to use them. Because if you don't know, it's going to actually be a problem. It's actually better if you know. Now, if you can look at this, they're saying active addresses, active contract, total transactions. Let's click on this. Let me see something. Total transactions, average gas fee used, um, average gas fee price, and everything. Let's now. How I separated this thing was I separated it by the quota. If you try dates, it becomes so much messy. So you cannot actively put dates as per 5th of January 2025, right? It's going to be a problem. So I grouped them. I said, okay, if you're from January to March, first quarter, second quarter, you know those quotas tend to help you reduce, can help you group data so that it doesn't become more messy, right? So that's what I did. Now, this one I'm saying that in the Web 2 and in the Web 3 space, the thing you already know in Web 2 is what you build on in the Web 3 space. You're not doing anything special. Right? You're just building. So for this case, we're only going to add this. Please, by the way, you can since I'm adding to the dashboard, you can obviously see it on your laptop. So please do not be ashamed to open it and probably ask questions if you want to. So please open it, go through it, have fun with it. I'm not going to add this one because you can see the noise around. Although this is not actually a bad visual per se, it's just scattered. That's the problem I have with it. It's just very, very scattered. I don't like scattered stuff. So if you try it, God, you can see the noise, right? Let's try line graph. Line graph is relatively cleaner than all this. Two of the best combinations that you can use are these two, line and color. For the sake of building first dashboards, there really isn't any problem. Let's just add it to the visual and to the dashboard. Right? So let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard. Or should I just finish? Let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard. Let's go back to the dashboard. Sorry, it's taking long. Okay. So let's come back to the dashboard. You can see that these things have been added, but they are not properly structured yet. So this is why you are an analyst. So you come. Again, what I'm doing is not law. You part of your assignment is that I want to see your identity in this dashboard. I don't want to come and say what I've built. I want you to you can even do it this way to show everything that you've done. Or if you don't like too much space being taken up on your dashboard, it's really fine. You can make it small. But because this is the random dashboard, I'm just going to make it as crazy as I can. It is your job to go back and work on it and make it presentable. The third thing we are going to do is let's go to Victon 3. So this query wasn't actually so complicated per se. All I just had to check was for new acquisition. And I realized as I was building this anyways, because like I said, I've been doing this, I did this in January. And I gave the assignment on Tuesday. Was this morning. Class was by what time now? Class was by 12:30. So I did this by 11:30 to 12:30. While I got to the third query, I realized that maybe I was looking at this the wrong way, right? Instead of trying to look at each address in January, February, March, April, why don't I just group everything to just say, okay, first, like, look at what the code says. When month is between 1 and 3, first quarter, 4 and 6, second quarter. So there was no strength. And then I looked at the blockchain where year block time is equal to 2025. So I did not have the strength to start saying that, okay, instead of going to go and look for data that is in different places, like instead of trying to like put multiple visualizations, is there any need? Why don't I just do this? So I grouped everything and then I put it like this. And this is one of the things that came out of it. Another thing that I can do with this, but I did not want to because I was actually rushing to try and finish up the class, was that you can come to new addresses, right? Let's go back. Let's go back to this. You can see that this is second quarter. So let's just put let's change the name to new address. Address is double D, sorry. New address. Second quarter. One thing you can also do that I like with Doom is that you can actually okay. So by the way, I went. You can't see my screen right now, but I went to ChatGPT to go and get some emojis, right? And then I'm going to paste it here. Now, this is not how it's supposed to be, but I'm just doing it because I want you to see that it's possible to paste emojis in front of your counter to make it more appealing. Now, even though your visual is supposed to tell a story, you are actually supposed to make it as visually appealing as possible, right? You cannot just build something random and just say, ah, no, I built a dashboard. No, you have to make it so that your readers are happy viewing what they are viewing. They need to be engaged, but not so engaged that they begin not so distracted that begin to lose focus of why you are building dashboard in the first place. Do we understand?
Yes, boss.
Yes,
And
we
then
did.
let's go back.
Um,
Sorry, I've lost.
I have a question.
Yes, boss.
And the question is, I noticed that like when you click on Victor, um, Victon one, you had um a couple of queries in it. Like, is it that like how were you able to like save? Is it that you've done the Victon one dashboard already somewhere? Like, or like how were you able to save everything in one
No,
place and
you
you're still
just
like
okay. So usual. Okay, I'll show you. I will show you.
whenever
Should I
you
show
click
you?
on a query on the dashboard, it just takes you to an independent like query where others are not
Okay.
there. It's just one.
Yeah, that is actually how would I say it? This grouping is relatively normal. It's supposed to be uh so when you're writing your query bar, after all is said and done, right? There's a place you can save your query. When you save your query, right, every single visual that you have tried to visualize in that query bar, I listening, even the ones you did not upload into the dashboard. If somebody clicks on that particular thing, they will see all those things immediately. It's take you there. Do you understand?
Okay, so like now,
The
for example,
okay.
let's say you want to check you wrote a query to check for monthly transactions. That one is there. Then in that same like in that same place where you're writing your query, you now like maybe highlight it out. You now write another query underneath. Like you now end up having like four different queries for four different things. With the like because I noticed that when you click one, it's just going straight to that one, but everything is still in Victon one. Like they're
Mm-hmm.
different independent um charts, but they are still in one place. But I'm not seeing other queries like underneath.
Yeah, you want okay. You're not seeing any other query. Like I'm confused. Sorry.
Like what I'm saying
Let me
is um
let me go back to the. I'm going. Let me go back to the dashboard. Okay. So please, you'd instruct me on how to go about it. So let's say I click on this, right?
yes, click on that one. Yeah, Victon one.
Okay.
Now,
All
the
right.
only thing I'm seeing here now is this guy, but this is not the only thing in Victor 1. Victor 1 is not a folder now. Like,
Kind of is a folder. It's a query. It's a folder query. A big query folder. I don't know how to explain that perfectly. The query itself, like if you look at this now, it's folder creation slash Victor one. Like when you're saving it on your laptop. So
yeah.
in a way, it functions like a. That's actually a very good question. Actually, it functions like a folder. So every single the code itself and the visuals that you have dragged from Victon that you have explored from Victor one instantly, you understand, but or they all like saved together. Do you understand?
Okay, sorry. So that means what you're saying is, let's say the way you've done this one now, if I
Okay.
clear it and do something else and do another query in the same Victor 1, it's going to still save here somewhere. And I can always
Yeah,
call it out, the
that's for
visuals.
you, right? Yeah, you can
Yes,
always call it
that's
out.
what I'm asking.
As long as you do not delete it, sure, you can always
Oh,
call it out. But then like since it's what's the word? Since it's for you, it now becomes your own it now becomes your own I don't say headache or problem, it becomes your own query because you have to fork my query to be able to use it. So it becomes your own query. Now, if anything happens and let's say you get lost in your thoughts, right? And then you mess up the query and all that, you can always go back to mine and always refuck it again or recopy it and paste it again. But then if it's your own query that you did from scratch and then you mess it up, right? Everything is gone. You understand? Unless you can do Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, and if your internet should go and spoil, it's a bigger problem. So naturally, I always tell people that you should back up your code on your either your GitHub or maybe in your notepad or something. Just make sure that the base code you're working with is backed up somewhere. So in case anything happens, you can always go back and review on that. Do you understand?
okay. All right. Thank
Right,
you.
right, no problem. Please, any other questions?
No, no.
Hello, boss.
I mean, okay, how you doing, boss?
Yeah, I'm good. In fact, I really appreciate all what you've been doing so far. So I will be going, of course, I want to go and pray, but I'll rejoin. I'm not sure when you're ending the meeting.
Meeting will end quite soon, actually. Okay, you want to go pray, right?
Yes, yes, but I'll be back shortly. When are you ending the meeting?
Once I'm done with Victor on 4, so that'll be in about,
Oh,
let's say, 20
oh,
to 30 minutes.
okay, okay. Can I quickly ask my question then?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, the first thing is I someone sent a Google Drive that contained all the training you've been taking so far. So I'll be going through that
Okay.
offline if I'm unable to, since I won't be able to join the previous meeting anymore, but I'll be using that as a training session. So my question is, I really want to know how people, if people that have been getting jobs with this doing on-chain analysis already, and if that is a yes, how are they getting jobs? I just want to know about this, to fuel my energy to keep pushing and all of that. I don't know if you really get
The
my point.
I do. The way to get job is to do exactly what I'm doing right now. Um,
Oh, okay.
Post online and teach somebody. You see this thing I'm doing right now. Now I'm currently doing it
Okay.
for a fighter I can do in Africa. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you notice that this how you found me, right?
Okay. Yes, yes.
You, so, all right, let's just say that you guys on this call, they're not the only people that found me. Yeah, let me
No,
put it that way.
yeah, I also saw your post on Twitter. Yeah, I found it through
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah, you'll be surprised how many people have reached out to me just because of the stuff I post about jobs and about all these things.
Wow.
So
Oh,
you'll be
thank you.
surprised. Not all,
Wow.
it's not all I choose to work anyways, but you get some are actually
Okay.
like yeah.
But the jobs are out there. We just need to showcase
They're
our
always out
work.
there now. They're always out there
Wow. Thank
now.
you.
In fact, there is currently a resurgence, or let's say a not resurgence, a surge of Web3 products right now. Everybody is trying to get the grants, and the people who are not trying to get grants right now, they're trying to push their product out there to make it. Okay, please, can you mute your mic? Let me just finish this
Oh, so
before.
sorry. Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So everybody right now uses AI to build, right? They use AI to build their stuff, and this makes it so that what should be built in like a year can take like 2 months or even less. The developers are skilled because then it's less power and more help. Like $20 now, your website can be built, your smart contract can easily be built. So people right now are building crazy things, and once you begin to build, you just realize eventually that you need help. Oh. You understand? You need to understand what's going on in your data. Most Web3 products that don't sell is because of that issue. They don't like take into consideration about data product management or this. They just move and all that. So it begins to feel, so most people right now are beginning to understand that, oh no, we cannot do this. We have to, all our products need data analytics. We need to understand our data, our users and everything like that. So there's a surge in people that need data and some data analysts. But the problem is that who can do it? Right? Because it gets quite messy. It gets quite messy. I won't even lie. It gets quite messy. So who can do it? Who has the patience to say they want to do all these things? Who can draw the insights? That is why they're hiring you. So they hire you based on what they see. They have to know that you're good. They have to testify that you're good. I also have to be in the same in tech spaces and all that because nobody's going to really post a job, right? They just need to know you. If they know what you're doing, if you create a company for yourself and know what you're doing, they'll hire you. Literally, like I have about 2 jobs right now that I can't even work and I have to give it out to people.
Oh, wow.
You understand?
Yeah. Thank you so much, boss. And can you please
Yes, just
discuss about the new feature of Drone? I see something about Drone Team, whereby one can use to build applications. I don't really know what that is all about.
don't worry. In our personal call, we'll discuss that. I don't want to keep
Oh,
everybody
okay.
here waiting.
Okay, and as for your number, are you dropping it on Telegram or where, please?
I dropped it on the message box now. I think
Okay.
you're with John now, Fashola, right?
No, 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 no.
Okay, but you're on
Um,
Telegram now. I remember you
yes,
on
I'm on
Telegram.
Telegram. Yeah, I'm on
I'll
Telegram.
message you. Don't worry, there's no problem.
Okay, okay, okay,
So
okay. All right.
let's not keep everybody here waiting. Let's try and finish the call. So me and you can talk more in the future. But please emphasis on
All
call. I'm
all
not so
right.
good
So
at
I will
texting.
rejoin. I will rejoin the meeting shortly. Yeah. Thank you, boss.
All
Yeah.
right,
Thank you.
all right, no
Yeah.
problem. All right. So back to our classes. Now, when I wanted to do so, if you look at the queries right now, you can see that there's one and then there's two. The first number you're seeing is 78,604, which is what we are seeing here. Wait, is that what is the name? Second quota, okay, good. And first quota is 259,691. That's the second one here. Now, naturally, when you click counter, it goes default to the first row that you're seeing. Let me just show you. When you click counter, by default, it's okay. This one is on row two because of what I've done. By default, it goes to the first. It goes to the first. It goes to the first row. So it goes to the first row or something. Anyways, there are only 2 rows. There are only 2 columns here. Sorry. Yeah, it goes to the first row, not the first column. It goes to the first row here. And I think it works on the first column too. Which is when I clicked it, it showed this thing. It didn't show new addresses. It showed quota, and then it showed row one, row two. Sorry, it was supposed to show row one if it was a new counter because I've been working on it already. So right now, what you need to do is you need to be able to filter it. So if I go to let's say new addresses and I'm on row two right now, let's go here. You can see the data here to this, and then you can see what is showing us here. This now this actually shows the data better than this can. This is more visually appealing, like I did here. People see this and will instantly understand what is happening. Also, you can also say, okay, I want people to understand the drop that happened between the first and second quarter. So you can see the drop that happened in a typical line graph. And then I used normalize show data labeling just so that you can see the labels here. Let's try this. No, this is a bad thing. Let's try this. Show chart legend. So it's showing new addresses right now, right? So anybody who comes right now and sees this kind of easily understand what's going on. Again, the dashboard is supposed to be able to pass out information, right? Without you even having to be here to explain it. So let's add this here. Um, let's add to dashboard. Yes, while I'm doing this, somebody should be refreshing there, right? So that it will be easier. It's like okay, it's already added. So let's come back to somebody. Please refresh and tell me if you guys are seeing it on your own side. All right, so let's refresh. Also, in case you're competing in a hackathon, I can tell you that the submission date, let's say, is starts at a certain time, right? And you submit and then you want to continuously be seeing what's happening. This thing here can actually cast you, right? This thing here can actually spawn market for you. So please, but in a hackathon, just when you tell you to submit, submit and just stop. Right. So let's look at this. What do we do here? I think since it's not so big, we can just reduce the sizes. Right? I think using the sizes normally would be okay. I don't know. Is this good data science practice? Data analysis practice? Is this a good thing? Is this like a bad thing? It's like I'm doing a bad thing. But this is my bad thing. So you guys are supposed to do better than in your own dashboards anyway. So yeah. So let's just put stop. Let's go back to the fourth one. So this is the last one, right? Because the class has gone on for a while right now. I don't want to stay too long, so I will not get bored. All right. This is for quick user retention. I don't know why I did this to myself, but I did it to myself, and I was not very happy when I did it to myself. So, like I said, people naturally want to put this in their visuals or in their dashboard. Why? Because it looks cool. Oh wow, it's a nice dashboard. Yeah, it is. But what does it say? If you put show it a little bit right now, this looks very sophisticated and complicated. You'll be like, yeah, this guy's analysis, but really, who understands it? So remove it. I don't support that. This is kind of visuals. This one even looks kind of crazy to be honest. If you ask me, let's try something. I beg, I beg. No, just come back. Let's come to generate. Let's see what we can generate from here. Okay, let's see. Let's wait for it. User retention over time. I think we should do this. Crazy. Yeah, back to exactly what I was running away from. Let us go to bar chart. Again, you can see edit all these things. It's not like I say it's beyond editing. I just don't want to use that part. So cool. So we can see the different things that are actively happening. Peak activity within users. I do not like this. I think I prefer line. Yeah, this looks cooler if you ask me. Yeah, let's try this. No, people don't want to understand. So yeah, this is another way you can do this. I'm going to remove this for obvious reasons. So I'm going to add this to dashboard. Now, the assignment is due on Saturday, so please you have to actually share this out with me on Saturday. Your assignment is this: you are to fork this each query, right? And you're supposed to build or improve my dashboard anyways. Now, as I accepted it Victon 1, so let's go back to the dashboard. So I will not be speaking out. So this is Victon 1, this is Victon 2, this is Victon 3, and then this is Victon 4. Your job is to first things first, edit the queries that I gave anyway, see if you can improve on them. If you can't, it's fine. But try to improve on them. Secondly, change the arrangement of this particular dashboard. This is not something I'm very, very proud of. So please change it, right? Make it look better, make it look something that you can be proud of. And also for each Victon 1, Victon 2, Victon 3, by the way, you can name it anything. I just name it Victon 1, Victon 2, Victon 3 so that I can easily call it or I can easily identify it in the dashboard. Anything that's going to help you identify what you're doing in your dashboard is always best. Also, for each of the above here, you have to interpret the data. One, you have to interpret it. So you have to segregate it. So give a header like you do in Tableau, give a brief description of it. Then in Victor 1, explain what happened in Victor 1. That is the code. Don't get technical though. Don't explain what we did where they no, don't do that. Just basically something that if a non-technical person sees and if you see these things, you just understand what's going on. Right? Do the same thing for Victor 2, Victor 3, and Victor 4. Right? So when you're done, you are to post it on your socials, which is Twitter basically. You can also post on LinkedIn if you want, but I highly recommend Twitter. This is going to make you better in the long run. So the link is in the chat box, open for anybody to use. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now. Stop presenting. So the link is in the chat box for you to use. Should I send the link again? If I send the link again, please indicate. If not, then it's fine. Because I don't want to share the link out to people who did not attend the class. Just to you guys that came here, it's your special gift. So please, are there any questions you'd like to ask? There's nobody asking any question. Mariam, Melvin, Abdul, John, Mohammed. Is there anything you're not clear on? Is there anything you would like more insights on? Did I not speak properly?
My
Please
own
say something.
question is, sorry, my own question is, I just want to make sure that the class is recorded because while you are teaching this thing, I'm also trying to work on a query and a dashboard. So I just want to make sure I'm trying to divide my attention and I'm actually getting some things. So I just want to make sure the class is recorded.
Okay, so the class is recorded.
Okay.
Who else has anything to say? Miriam? Miriam, how's your niece now? Is she still there? She's been quiet too.
No, she's with her mom now.
Oh, God. Yeah, Fitech, please raise your hand.
Sorry, thank you. You're yet to drop the link.
Okay, no, I've actually have dropped the link already. You just came late. Please come on.
I've been on it.
Where you did?
Okay, no problem. That's no problem. Thank you. I've seen it.
Wait, okay, you seen it, bro?
Yeah,
let me
I've
still
seen
drop
it.
it
I've seen
again.
it.
Okay. So please, if you can send it out to anybody that would probably need the link, sure, it's fine. So we've come to the end of the class. Okay, Abdul, is there a problem?
Not like there's a problem. I just want to ask. We are working with Victon. That's the particular exchange we are working with, the blockchain we're working with. Is there a way we can, let's say, on our own, instead of Victon, let's say Ethereum or Solana, just to do everything that you've done, so that it look as if you're not just working. Okay.
You're very free. That's even more initiative. I use Victon because it was it's relatively easy to work with. But Ethereum is fine if you can navigate it.
All right.
All right. So as for Mariam, I'm supposed to have private classes with you, right? To just give you an overview of, because I didn't go into. There are other classes that you've missed. I'm supposed to have an overview, right?
Yes,
Miriam.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So please let me drop my phone number. My phone number is in the chat, right? Let me drop it again. So please, for every single person who needs extra lessons or who needs to learn anything more, please feel free to message to reach out to me, please. Again, I'm not very good on calls, but you can text so that we can fix a time so that we can have a call. This is open to everybody. I had one with John yesterday. I had one with Confidence. So you don't think there's only girls or females I'm open to. Please, any and anybody that that needs help with anything, I beg come and reach out. It will be you're not serious. Please, anybody that has time, please feel free to reach out to me. Melvin, Abdul, anybody that has an issue. It will be you too. If you have problem, reach out to me. Let us discuss. Let us understand these things together so we can move forward. Because after the end of this class, there might not be any cohort again for a while. I think towards the end of the year. So there will not be time to say want to go over these things again. And I don't if you understand. So while we have the opportunity, because this course is going to end next week. While we have this opportunity, let us just take advantage of everything that we can take advantage of. Okay? Can anybody hear me? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, it is.
All right,
Yes,
good.
fine.
All right, then please don't be afraid to reach out, and we've come to the end of this call. So please, we lasted 1 hour 7 minutes. That's long, but please we've learned something. So please, everybody, have a nice day. Please don't forget to do your assignment. If you can switch chains, it's fine. It's fine. Just build something and post, right? People know you based on what you do, based on your activity online, right? People know your activity online. So please post online.